Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmie from Emmie Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, I'm going to be doing a reading for BlueRays, BlueRay energy update. Lots of emotions. I feel like this is going to be a big read. Okay. I feel like this is just going to be a really big reading. I asked what this reading was going to be about, and I was told the call was put out for the Great Expansion. You might be wondering what that means. So there's a common belief in spiritual circles that the goal is to expand consciousness. Consciousness is infinite. How can you expand something that's forever expanding in the first place? Right? It has no boundaries that you can expand beyond. So the reality of that statement is just we're not trying to expand consciousness. We're trying to expand awareness. And in the expansion of that awareness, you're reaching higher levels of understanding, compassion, grace, purpose, all of that. So what's going on right now is first I thought I was gonna go have some pho. I'm just saying, I thought I was gonna have some pho. And no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, there's an important reason that card is 7. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Let's really go to town with this read, okay? I want to make this as I guess comprehensive as possible. So just 2. Okay, I'm not even gonna count. I'm just gonna get a stack like that. Yeah, like that. How you like that? Da, 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 da. How you like that? Do, do, do. Don't quote me on that, okay? I don't know the actual words. So as I'm getting the cards prepared, I do got to share this. Once upon a time, I used to work at this one place. And there was this girl that I hung out with quite a bit from work. I was going to join the police department. She was going to join the fire department. And we were just going to be besties, BFFs for life. For life. Used to talk and stuff. And, she's more of a country girl. I'm more like hip hop, rap, Bay Area stuff. And one day she started singing a song. We were out to get some tea and she goes, $1 melons. I'm selling $1 melons. $1 melons. I'm selling $1 melons. And I started laughing. She goes, what's so funny? Did you just make that up? She goes, no, you haven't heard that song? It's a really big song on the radio right now. You mean Guantanamera? She goes, no, that's a place. I'm talking about $1 melons. I don't know if you should drink any more tea. $1 melons. Gotcha. 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 Yes. I heard you. I am not going to contradict you. And then years later, one of my friends on Facebook, she posted, it still cracks me up. She posted because she just realized this whole time she had been singing Black Little Baby. I was like, you were literally singing that? Black Little Baby? I was like, no, it's Black Widow. Oh my God. I love that shit, you guys. Tell me a story. Tell me a story. Tell me lyrics that you thought it was, but it wasn't. I know I've done quite a few, but I can't remember them right now. I can't remember them. But that about killed me when it was like Black Little Baby. How does that make sense? She goes, I don't know. I figured it was like a baby mama. No, I'm joking. Fucking cracks me up. Cracks me up. All right. So, like I said, I'm sure I've sang quite a few different songs with the wrong lyrics. My husband likes to correct me, and I like to tell him, "Who the fuck asked you? Let me put my creative spin on shit." Oh, okay. So here we go, guys. This is going to be really intense. I might be asked to speak on certain things. I might be asked to speak on certain things that might contradict what other people have said, channeled, all of those different things. I'm not asking you to believe me before anyone else. Okay. I'm just asking you to please allow yourself to feel fully whatever it is you feel. Think whatever you think. You're allowed to think for yourself. You're allowed to have your own opinions. Okay. And kind of just be open. Not everything will resonate with you. And it's not supposed to. Okay. All right. So card number 50, shadow work. Ooh, joking. Let me turn up the light. I suddenly got scared. Okay, let me turn that down. I don't know. What should I do? No. Let's do less. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I just got fucking triggered. Okay, we gonna be okay. Card number 50, shadow work. At one point in creation, those who were created without form were tasked to take form. These are some of the most ancient essences that were made into being by the thought of the creator. Okay. And with that, some were asked to take form on higher levels of consciousness, frequency. Others were asked to take their proper place in the lower levels of frequency. And then some were asked to take actual, identifiable form, and they were allowed to choose what that is. And then they were also asked to govern over the newer, younger creations. Okay. There was work to be done by those in shadow. The beings, the creatures, they didn't really have form yet. They began to see what was happening in different parts of creation. All of this is happening right now, and all of this happened long time ago. The truth of time is it's not linear. It's an intersection of a Fibonacci sequence, a spiraling of events in chaotic, confusing order. Okay. So there was one thought and it expanded, and from that, everything expanded. It's like if you were to take a 50 cal to a watermelon, that point of intersection will also cause a percussive blow so big that it will burst through everything and all the components spread. And that's kind of how the thought forms of creation first began creating. If you look at a galaxy, isn't it kind of spiraling around itself? If you look at so many other different things, it kind of continues to spiral. I don't know if you're aware of this or if you've seen an animated what are they called? An animated visual representation of our solar system. It's not like what you thought in second grade. It's actually spinning on itself as it spins through space. It's a very beautiful type of dance that occurs, and we are part of that dance. Now, everything was created all at once, and all the things that were created began to also create through their thoughts, through their questionings. And with that, there were those who became distorted in the work they were meant to do with that shadow, coming to earth and seeing the different potentialities of pleasure and satisfaction. I mean, it's hard for us to grasp because we're here on earth and we think this place sucks, and from a human's perspective, it fucking sucks here. It sucks. From a soul's perspective, there's a waiting list. There's a waiting list. They have to wait their turn to be able to incarnate. Everyone alive right now basically won the celestial lottery. We got to be alive during such a momentous period within the history of this plane of existence. The fact that you're here, you won that spiritual lottery. Do you know how many wanted to incarnate at this time, but they couldn't? Because this earth plane is very finite in space. We can only have so many in physical form. Was it like 7 billion, something like that? How many? Siri. Hey Siri. How many motherfuckers are on this Bluetooth right now?
Sorry, I couldn't find anything.
I wanted to talk shit to Siri. Okay. Hey Siri. Ma'am, how many people are on this earth right now?
Here's what I found.
7.9 billion people as of 2021. Grand scheme of things. I'm sorry, guys. I have such a hateful relationship with Siri. I don't know why. I don't know why I hate Siri. Hey Siri. I don't know why. Sorry, guys. So 7.9 billion. That's not a lot. That's like saying 7.9 billion grains of sand on a 1,000,000-mile beach. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. That's just like, I'm sure it's more than a handful. I'm sure I'm exaggerating, embellishing. Yeah, no, that's not a lot. So there's a lot of souls who wanted to come and live and exist and witness. Witness. We're here to witness. Witness what? Correction of the betrayal. It's a correction of the betrayal. It wasn't Lucifer that betrayed. It wasn't Lucifer that rebelled. I don't know if you'll find this information on the internet. I don't know if you'll find it in sacred texts. Much of this was very, in a very calculated way, wiped from the personal Akashic records. Much of it. So it wasn't Lucifer. What ended up happening? There were human beings that were created. Adam and his first wife. Eve is just paltry seconds. I'm sorry. She's not the first woman. She's not. So I don't believe that it was only Adam and Lilith. I don't. But I believe they were the ones that were serving as a template for everything that would come after. There was a creation before that, before Eden. He has done. There was a creation before that. In accordance with my memories, they created something with a considerable population, and it was a type of utopia. No one liked it. No one liked it. There was nothing productive that occurred. There was no growth, because it's through the challenges and the struggles and the pain that you actually grow. And so that was cleansed, and a new attempt was made. That new attempt involved two beings being created as equals. It would have worked. But then there was someone else that was extremely manipulative. This is one of the fallen. That being was actually the one that instigated the rebellion, which it was not a rebellion. It was a staged coup d'etat. It was staged. What this being did, and I will not glorify its existence by mentioning its name. Fuck you. You fucking coward. I don't like him. Anyways, so what he did was he saw that there was a special relationship between Lucifer and Lilith. Like, Lucifer had just so much love for Lilith, just full support. Like, this was, creator's new like focus, and he's like, yay, I want to help. And so that he wanted to help. And Lilith really, really loved Lucifer. Not in that way, an omni-love, very pure type of way. And then this being came and polluted the mind of Lilith, came in the form of Lucifer, because this being is a perfect mimic, and began to fornicate with Lilith. Because it was jealous. It wanted to feel the density of flesh. And while it was doing this with Lilith, it was going to Lucifer and encouraging Lucifer to begin deviant type thoughts. And then the plan was finally put into place. This is the being that teaches the art of seduction, the art of war. It taught humans about armor. It taught humans about weaponry. It taught humans about the art of war and seduction. This is its superpower. And that's what happened. It told Lilith, what words to say to transport her to heaven. And then Adam was a little bitch and snitched her out. Because guess what? There came this being and told Adam, oh, look what she did. She's not listening to you. Total troublemaker. Mm-hmm. And simultaneously, this being went to Lucifer. They're about to harm her. They're about to put her in the mother's void. You have to save her. And so what did he do? Creator's most cherished female form, Creator's most cherished scaled down version of the Sophia, its wife. Lucifer came. That's the rebellion. It was no rebellion. His agreement was needed for the legions he commanded. They were just following what this other being told all of them was going on. Loyal to Lucifer, they followed. He had no idea. None. This is the very same being that's continued behind everything. All the suffering, all the chaos, all the wars. This being works, well, it was working with 2 other galactic lineages. You guys have heard me speak of 2M before. That has to do with it. You guys know, I'm assuming, about Dracos. That has to do with it. Draconians control the Greys, who control the reptilians. All the experimentation. Humans are a hybridized species. The shadow work. Earth was a shadowland. It wasn't fully in the light, nor was it fully in the abyss. It's the gray zone. This being was asked to work in the gray zone. He had his team. He corrupted all of them. And then the second betrayal, because he did 3. Everything comes in sets of 3s. Because that's where you find the solid foundation. The second betrayal was he infiltrated several lines of the Melchizedek. I'm not talking about the priesthood. I'm talking about the audible tonation, the first thought form of that God figure. He infiltrated it. That's Michael's family. That's Michael's family. And in case you guys don't know, Michael and Lucifer are BFFs. That's his brother. They're siblings. The closest type of siblings. And it's time you guys kind of get a better idea of what's actually going on. Lucifer has not been planning anything. He's been hidden in an abyss crying this entire time. Just crying and crying and crying. And I'm kind of just stop blubbering, bro. Get over it. Get the fuck out the abyss. Get control of your legions and correct shit. That's all he's been doing this entire time. And here comes this being. Perfect mimic. Y'all have no idea. This being has come to me in my dreams before. And he mimicked my husband so well. So well. Until he tried to kiss me. I'm like, oh, ew, who are you? Get the fuck off me. Who the fuck is you? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. This being is the one, all the light workers, light warriors, star seeds, whatever else they want to identify as. This is who they're channeling. This is who they're channeling. He'll give you truth as long as he can inject a few lies in there just for the chaos factor, you know? It's just fun that way to him. It's fun that way. Not to me, but to him, it's fun that way. That's who they're channeling. All the information they're receiving, light languages have been tainted. He infiltrated shamanic lines. That's why I no longer incarnate as a shaman. He's a creator of many of the world religions. Many. He's the one they speak of in the Bible. He's an archon. He is the one that encouraged the creation of the Nephilim. Mm-hmm. Don't ever invoke him. Whatever he promises you, you'll pay with more than just your soul. He is the best liar you will ever meet, and he will come to you in the most beautiful of forms. Whatever you will find attractive, that's how he will come. Woman, man, celestial being. I don't know. I think maybe I have a thing for like, I don't know. Maybe my thing is like, I really have a disdain for this being. I do. I have a disdain for this being because, you know, in Cathara and that stuff, I don't know if they're aware because they villainize Michael. Michael's dark. Don't get me wrong. He's a dark motherfucker. He's dark AF. He's not what religion paints him to be. He's dark. But nor is he what Cathara says. Nor is he what are they? I forgot what religion that is. They're saying Michael is Satan. Satan is Shaitan. The archaic form of Satan is Shaitan. That's one of the names this goes by. Just saying. Just saying. I have a disdain for this being because since he launched his new age spirituality agenda, he's the one behind all the twin flame bullshit. Yeah. I'm sorry. Inappropriate laughter. He's the one behind all the twin flame bullshit. Twin flames are a real phenomenon because look, it even comes up in the cards. Twin flames are a real phenomenon. But he's the one that propagated all of these tainted seeds and allowed us in our desire for true connection to water them. He is the one that allowed for all the spiritual stuff to really become popular. Anything that you see that becomes popular, that is allowed for predictive programming. This is a program we exist within. This is a program we exist within. It's a holographic structuring of standing scalar waves structured in such a way that your apartheid filters create the sensation and experience of individuated existence. How can I read you and not know you? Because we literally come from the same thing and are made of the same thing. If you know how to recalibrate your apartheid filters, I can pull in your experience as though it's my own. We run in a program. It's still a very realistic program. It's still a very realistic program. Just because it's a program, just because it's a holographic standing scalar wave type of experience, does not make it any less real. We are really truly experiencing things. We are. That's why we ask to come here, to experience in a way that can only be experienced on this planet, in this body. You won the lottery. You won the lottery. We got to stop being bitter. We got to stop being like spoiled children. Like, I don't want that. You know, like, hey, maybe your human brain doesn't want this, but on a soul level, the adult part of you, you didn't just volunteer. It wasn't like, hey, we kind of just need some volunteers. It's a shit job, but oh no, it was a full on lottery. Unless you're part of the program correction team, you had to go through a lottery to be here in this life right now. You had to. Unless you were part of that program correction team, it was a lottery. It was definitely a lottery. Okay. So we need to allow ourselves to receive more of the truths that already exist within our hearts. The human brain was not able, for most, the human brain was not able to be allowed to remember everything. Most don't even remember anything. That's okay. That's okay. Many of us have to go through that where our access to the memories aren't wiped, just first and foremost. Those memories are not wiped, but your access to them is restricted. Why? Most people are here right now, gifted with the opportunity to clear tremendous karmic load. Tremendous karmic load. You can't do that if you already are aware of previous life history. I just found out recently, like there's this person that I'm really not vibing with this person. That's a fucking understatement. I'm not vibing with this person. And I just recently realized oh, that's right. You fucking murdered me. Left me in a canal. That's right. And that's why my fear of you makes sense. Makes sense why you keep trying to access me. Makes sense why you're so hard pressed to catch me in the driveway. Catch me here, catch me there. Makes fucking sense. Same fucking behaviors from that lifetime. No, motherfucker. You don't get to fucking do that shit to me again. Most people don't know that most places you can open carry. I'll let you figure out what that means. Knowing too much information is a trap. What do spiritual people often talk about? Going towards the light. You should only exist in the light, you know. You shouldn't be in the shadows. Like, you should tear down all your walls. You should do this. You should do that. Go to the light. How about no? How about no? How about no? Artificial light. See, here's the thing. That being, it wasn't counting on Lucifer having so much integrity, compassion, humility, grace. It thought, well, I already corrupted you. You're going to stay with me. What is Lucifer? the light bearer, the morning star. Only problem is, where is Lucifer? Michael wasn't instructed to smite Lucifer. Michael was instructed to transport him and hide him away. Wrap your brain around it. Love and light, y'all. I've been told by quite a few people they love me, and those, according to my past, in this life, within the past few years, those tend to be the people who were the ones who were the most like passionate about their betrayal. Mm-hmm. And it was never that they were trying to retaliate because I did something wrong. Oh no, I don't fuck with people like that. I just don't. You can ask anyone. Ask the people who fucking hate me too. No, it doesn't hurt my feelings that they hate me. Ask them what happened? What did Emmie do? Well, do you want the truth? Or do you want my version? If you want the truth, it's because I backed away like, okay, this is fucking crazy. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. That's what I did. Only demonic things believe and feel that they own something else. Do you know that? Do you know that? That's the root of their logic. They're entitled to it. They own it. It's mine. But it's not even theirs. It's not part of their birthright. It's not part of their destiny, but they want it, damn it. They want it and they're going to have it. Tell me that doesn't sound like the twin flame stuff. Like, no, they're going to love me. They just don't know it yet. That's shit my stalkers say. I wish I was joking. I really wish I was joking. That is shit that people who stalk me, that's the stuff they say. That's what they think. Like, she really loves me, but she's just like, she feels bad for her husband and he's in the way. Oh no. Oh no, nay nay. No. No. Your lack of sanity is what's in the way. I don't want you. I'm not destined to be with you. But no, she's my twin. Do you realize how many people have accused me of lying about the fact that I am their twin, but I'm saying I'm not? Like, no, leave me the fuck alone. Crazy fucking shit. And then they'll tell themselves this story of like, oh, it's just the runner and the chaser thing of the twins. She's gonna come back as long as I keep poking her. Like, poking me where? Using what? What are you poking me with? Where are you poking me? Such a fucking violation of sovereignty. Anything that violates your sovereign right to your autonomous existence as an individuated spark of creation is a violation of divine law. And by definition, demonic. We need to clarify. Darkness is not evil. Those who fell have evil intent. Those who fell have evil intent. And they have propagated it in the minds of humans. We are so easy to fucking program. Do you know that? We are so easy to program. When you see people hell-bent on telling other people what to do, how to live, because that's what they watch on the news. They call it TV programming for a reason. It's programming you. Oh, she's talking about conspiracy. No, the CIA said it themselves. They said it themselves. Hold on. Let me find it. I can love you. Program. Let's see. Let me make sure my speaker is off. Okay, where is it? Ah. I used to have a I used to have a folder of all of this until suddenly my dang it, I don't know where it is. I used to have a folder of this, all this information and bookmarks. And then I had set everything up on my first laptop because I had all the information to absolutely prove without a shadow of a doubt the timeline of events that would last all the way through 2026. And then suddenly my laptop crashed. All my bookmarks were gone. On my laptop, on the browser, all the bookmarks were gone. And when I tried to get all the information recovered, I was told it looked like my motherboard had been formatted 5 times. There was absolutely nothing. What? What? Yeah. But see, I'm a smart motherfucker. I was like, I got a hard drive. I got a hard drive. I got several hard drives. I got it all backed up. I got a brand new laptop. Same IP address. Because I didn't know. Yeah. Set it all up. It's connected to Wi-Fi. I'm going to get I'm going to get all the information back on my laptop. Except as soon as I connected it to my laptop, the external corrupted. Brand new laptop. Brand new laptop. All the pictures of my children from birth until 2014 were erased off of everything. Yeah. I was more pissed about that than I was about conspiracies. Fuck! You couldn't let me save the pictures of my kids. Fucking A. Yeah, it's all erased. And even though I knew some of the websites, I knew the titles of the articles, the documents, I knew how to find all those things, they were magically gone off the internet. Satellite imaging, everything. I don't fuck with that shit no more. It's expensive having to replace laptops. Yeah. And that was at a time when MacBook Pro was kind of like supposed to be immune to attacks. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, this shit. What the fuck? Yeah. It's crazy. All my work shit was gone at the time. I was a freelance fashion editorial and avant-garde photographer, makeup artist, hairstylist, and wardrobe stylist. My whole fucking working portfolio was gone. Card number 10, overcome. We'll overcome this. The betrayal, all of this, it's being corrected right now. There's a mad dash for a lot of information censoring. If you go, well, I don't know about y'all, but on my TikTok, it's a whole lot of real good shit. I entered into the best part of TikTok. I don't know. So usually, electronic type of transmissions are what I'm given to kind of confirm. Ooh, fucking A! I gotta fuck yeah, bitches. Okay. Ooh, you guys, y'all. I gotta. Okay. Okay. Shit just popped off. Okay. I was saying, I often get confirmations. I will not, because of the mimic, I will not believe shit at face value. Okay. I won't. I won't. Michael will tell me all this shit like, bitch, who is you? He doesn't like it when I call him a bitch. A touche. Anyways, so I often get advance notice of certain things, and then I don't want to believe it because who wants advance notice? Definitely not fucking me. I don't want to know that shit. I don't want to know, because if I can't change it, you're just going to stress me out. Why you want to stress me out? You know it fucking takes me forever to de-stress myself. So I don't want to know. And so I'm only ever told things that I have to be prepared for personally, or to give you a message so you could prepare, or you could take the steps to avoid, right? Well, so far, something about giants. TikTok, YouTube. Oh, just giants, Nephilim's children. I'm like, I'm kind of sick and tired of the giants. I just, And then earlier tonight, I'm told a call has come out for the great expansion, expanding your awareness. And part of the reason why I'm tripping right now is because let me read you my notifications. Architecture, in caps locks, entrance portal, and 12 others. Next notification, showtime. Great power, no responsibility. Billions is back. The fuck? What the fuck? And then below that, a message is waiting for you in the number 3. And the number 3. So architecture, like a Stargate, entrance portal, 12 others. There's 12 tribes, 12, 12, 12. It's always in multiples and powers of 12. And then I got an email from Showtime. Great power, no responsibility. Billions is back. I swear to God, this morning, this video, I left my iPad on the bed, and on TikTok, it just keeps repeating. It loops the video over and over and over. And I think I went to go get my moisturizer or something, and it was just the same thing over and over and over. And my husband was like, what the fuck? The video was talking about there are said to be 1 million cryo-frozen giants, cryogenically frozen giants. I don't know. I don't care. I just don't. He said that there was 1 million, and then he said that he had a conversation with someone else, this content creator, and the person told him that there's actually millions with an S. And now we stand fucking corrected. Where is it? Billions is back. Billions is back. I don't know. I don't know. The cave is sounding pretty good. Yeah, it's tied to Antarctica. They allegedly, I mean, I didn't look into this because really I'm not interested in giants. I'm just not. I'm not. Um, they freak me the fuck out. I remember hearing the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. Yeah, as a kid, Jack and the Beanstalk. Do you remember that story? Where Jack threw, like, he traded their cow. The family was hella poor, and he traded. His mom said, "Take the cow and get some like food for us," and instead, this little fucker traded the cows for 3 magic beans or some shit like that. And he came home and he told his mom, like, they're magic. And the mom was like, "You fucking idiot," and threw it outside and said, like, "Go to sleep with your stomach empty because now we're extra poor, you little fucker." And then like he woke up the next day after he was crying and stuff. And there was a magic beanstalk, and he climbed to another dimensional level, and there was a giant who fee fi fo fum. He smells the farts of an English bum. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I was just like, bro, you're lucky you're not Asian. You'd get beat for that kind of shit. I remember thinking this. I want to say I was like in first or second grade. I was just like, oh, you just got told to go to bed? You're probably going to get beat in the morning. Oh, shit. You should run away. I remember thinking that. But he did end up running away. And I was just like, I remember sitting up really like, oh, he really ran away. He really ran away. And then he ended up like he almost got eaten by the giant and just, all of that shit. All of that shit. Y'all didn't know, if you heard that story when you were a kid, you were being taught about the Nephilim and about alchemy. Mhm. The golden goose. Yeah. And that harp that puts him to sleep, that's sonic sedation. The fee fi fo fum, those are audible tonations to generate centripetal force to tear something apart. This is Kalantic science and an elementary school book. I'm just saying, a lot of the shit that you've read as a child, a lot of the shit that was read to you, predictive programming. Predictive programming, it's fine. All of us have gone through it on this earth plane. You'll get through it. Change is coming. That change comes with growth. From the oceans to the desert, change and growth to help us overcome. Overcome what? The betrayal that led to the trap. So, harmonic light. Twin rays work in harmony. There is no ownership there. The twin rays are being asked to commingle their chords, allow that chord to expand and create a tube of truth. That tube leads to balanced forces, the masculine and the feminine in equal proportions. It's a time for an eclipse. What happens during an eclipse? When the sun and the moon are perfectly aligned, when the masculine solar and the feminine lunar are perfectly aligned, what happens? All the things that were hidden are coming into the light. No longer the false light, no longer the artificial light. It's the dawning of a new day. Morning stars coming back. The morning star is coming back. positioned in the house of Michael. Mimic is fucked. You're so fucked. You better recruit more people. You're about to get fucked real good. Oh shit, this is getting good. I'm like, fuck yeah, fuck his ass up. Ooh, fuck yes. Ooh, okay. So remember, I was like, oh, the contracts are burned. What the fuck? Why did they burn the Paladorian contracts? New blueprints. 38. 3 is a solid foundation for the remerger, the coming back together. 3 plus 8 is 11, divinity. This is getting intense. Oh my God. And then look. That morning star rising above the crown, transformation of the throat. Oh shit, Mikey. That's good shit. Okay. So, I'm not allowed to say. But why? It's a good message. You guys will know soon, okay? You guys will know soon, and don't worry. There's so much debate about if the giants or Anunnaki are good or bad, and I'm hearing a lot of talks about giants. Yeah, it's becoming fever pitched. So the Anunnaki, Anu is one, Anunnaki is multiple. They're the same as everything else in creation. They became polarized as they came out of that source thought form. So there are some that are good. There are some that are malevolent. There are some that are benevolent. They're balanced in that way. Now, even with the draconians, they're those motherfuckers. I don't like draconians. Okay, I just like they don't like me. I don't like them. It's mutually agreed upon. We not homies. We're not going to be hanging out. We not. That's okay. But the draconians, as we know them right now, are lower dimensional frequencies, not lower than us, but lower than what I'm about to share. These are the ones that really propagate a lot of the other like yucky, really yucky things. Really yucky things. And the thing we need to understand at this point, and this group that I'm about to talk about has existed for a long time, since that fall. Okay. So there is a subgroup within the draconians who don't fuck with other draconians because they just fucking crazy. Okay. They all about like domination and all of that stuff. Well, this subset, they're of higher frequency. They're anchored in the 12th dimensional field of consciousness. They don't want any of this happening anymore. They want to help. They want to stop all of this. They want to neutralize, reabsorb, and recode the members of their group that like fell for all of this stems from one motherfucker. I'm telling you, I cannot help but be bitter as fuck towards this one particular being because all of the fucked up parasitic work that I have to do is because of this fucker. Y'all. So everything in creation exists with polarity to establish and maintain balance. So there are malevolent and benevolent Anu. Let's see. Yeah, whatever resonates with you, whatever resonates with you. So card number 17, awakened awareness. Notice how it's not awakened consciousness. Awakening your awareness. You have to become aware of what is going on. You have to allow yourself to become aware. Now, I will say again, a lot of the things that I'm saying right now, I do not know if you will find information about any of this in ancient texts, in people's channelings. This is coming straight from the collective Akashic records. Because of the type of soul that I have, I am part of the correction crew. That's what I'm part of. I don't care about being a celebrity. I don't care about like people believing what I say. You take what I say, you decide. Does it resonate? Does it not? Do you feel like you need to look things up? You go right ahead. I don't need to be right. I'm just sharing things that I normally wouldn't share. I don't like this subject matter. I'm going to be really honest. I don't like this subject matter. This is a kind of subject matter I'm like, "Oh god, this shit again." Yeah. Yeah. This subject matter is fucking fighting for slot number 1 with the twin flame subject matter. The fuck? I don't like this shit. Like, just tell us what we need to do. Let's get shit done. And then let's like have a big party later. Who's with me on that? I mean, like, well, okay. Michael says some people need to hear some of my contradicting information so that you understand just how fucking far those other stories have gone. Just how far they've gone. The true beliefs of Jesus contradict the teachings of the fallen false king of tyranny. That's who it is. The false king of tyranny. God already had all the slots filled. Michael was the darkness, Lucifer was the light. There was already a polarity there. The anchor point of that Christ consciousness was the third component. That was the triad. That is the triadic current from which all things began to flow. And this motherfucker was a little bit lower down the line. He was fucking jealous. I don't know how this fits in, but he was the Prince Harry. Is Prince Harry jealous? Is that a fucked up thing to say? I don't know what's going on in the royal family. But that's just my brain was just like, he's the Prince Harry. Who said that to me? Okay. He turned Lilith into the Meghan. That's like, I don't know if y'all like Meghan Markle. Whew, being raised by a narc, I kind of like don't like her. I don't know. I don't know. When I first saw that they were leaving the monarchy behind, I was totally like, yes, girl, yes, liberate yourself, girl. And then I would kept watching, oh, bitch, oh, you got me good. Fuck, my narcdar, my narcissist radar malfunctioned. Whew. Whew. Okay, so card number 5, heart chakra, unfurling back to love. Unfurling back to love. We have come so far away from that origination point, the insertion point of love. It's permeated throughout our cultures. It's all the way through. Unfurling back to love. You've been wound up so tight with all of these parameters that you have to continue to operate within, that it's like, I don't know. We got to unfurl. You got to unfurl back to love. And this is the blackberry bubbly sparkling water with some pomegranate juice, equal parts. So fucking good. All right. Oh. Oh. Oh, shit. I'm going to cry. No, I'm not. Okay. I don't know where I saw it. All right. Okay. You guys have heard of Atlantis, right? You've heard of that? I don't know. This is really uncomfortable. Okay. Atlanteans were evil. Atlanteans were evil. We have all these spiritual people flaunting like, I'm from Atlantis. I fucking tell nobody that. They're evil. They're part of what is, it's speculated, but I remember. They fucked up Mars. They fucked up Mars. They detonated nuclear payload. Forced everyone to go subterranean in Mars. Just because they could. Show of power. Atlanteans are fucking evil. So at one point, there was a Stargate that was contained within a chamber within Atlantis. A specialized tactical team was deployed to dismantle this Stargate. They were attempting to transport, let's just say, contraband. So this tactical team gave advance warning. They were all told, evacuate the area, but they thought they were the shit. In order to prevent that Stargate from transporting unauthorized contraband and from being accessed by worse things in Atlanteans, sunk that bitch. Sunk it. They're looking for the crystal keys. These crystal keys were broken up among 12 tribes and further subdivided 12 times within each tribe. Specific people have specific lineage because they are the crystal keys. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're looking for the ones that were hidden. There is technology Pineal perspective, third eye chakra. There's technology that can only be run by the specific calibrations. You cannot corrupt these people. You cannot bloodlet. But if you find them, you can find the ones they love and weaponize that. They're looking for them. If they find all the keys, 12 by 12. Let's see, let's do some math. I'm going to put in 12 times 12. If they can do this, card number 39, our ancient future. Our ancient future. That means our future will fall back into alignment with the original plan that was stopped with the sinking of Atlantis. That's not going to be good. That's not going to be good. You're not being told this so you can be afraid. You're being told this because it's time for you to actually remember. It's time for you to remember. Well, so it's not that you're being told to hide your light. It's that you're more being instructed to dive deep into your shadow. That's where your armory is. Any responsible gun owner does not display their weaponry. It's hidden away. I wouldn't go so far as to say all Atlanteans were fallen. I wouldn't go so far as to say that. It's like saying, well, look at our government in the United States right now. If I were from another country and I was seeing all of these different things, what's happening in Afghanistan, fuck you, Biden, and fuck you too, Trump. Fuck them all. Fuck them all. I don't give a shit. For real. You can't convince me that anyone who wants to, have that kind of power cares about any of us poor motherfuckers. Fuck them all. I'm just saying. Okay? All right. That's a little bit crazy. Let me regulate myself. But I would think like, oh, those fucking Americans. They're fucking evil. But no, I wouldn't even say the people who voted for Biden were evil. No. The people who vote are people who believe in something and want to change it. They want better. They just don't know. Like your vote didn't count. It just, yeah. They already had a plan and they went with their plan and this doesn't make us all bad people within this country. I mean, y'all do it with me. I wouldn't say misguided. I wouldn't say misguided either. I think all of us pretty much want the world to become a good place. All of us, what is this? Oh, that's so long. Oh my God. Let's just wrap that up. But, we all want good lives. We all want peace. We all want this. We all want that. And most of us are so programmed to be afraid to go get it. So now I got to tell you guys, in order to bring our ancient future in order to bring it into form, several things have to happen. Again, I don't know if you'll find credible, reliable information on the internet about this. Hold on. I don't know if this term even makes sense. Hold on. Hadrons. Oh, fuck. Can I talk about this? I don't know if I should talk about this. If I fucking get killed over this shit, you're gonna have to start all the fuck over. You're gonna set your shit back by quite a few fucking years. I don't know if I can talk about this. All right. So, okay. Have you guys seen those videos of these the sky has all these clouds. It's kind of like a very overcast day, and you're seeing this like serpentine movement in the sky. Have you guys seen that? It looks like dragons. Dragons don't exist on Earth. They exist on another dimension. And in order for us to begin seeing the different things that exist on different dimensions, what ends up happening is you have to merge the layers. I give you the analogy of Photoshop. Part of what I used to do in post-production editing as a photographer is I would create multiple layers of the same image, and I would do the corrections, different corrections on different layers and adjustments of all sorts of different things, and then I would merge the layers to create a single image. And people have been talking about this for quite a few years now. They state timelines are merging. There's a timeline collapse. It's a dimensional merge. We're being called back home. Dimensions are merging. It's not just dimensions. Harmonic universes. So, oops. Yeah. So all of these things are merging, and it's just a lot of shit going on. Card number 9, what do you feel? Michael says, stop being that way. Like, what are you so scared of? Blah, 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 blah. Have I ever let you down? Well, I don't know, motherfucker. This might be the one time you let me down, and then I'm... Oh, hey, guys. I thought you said you weren't scared to die. I'm not, but you're going to be fucking setting shit. All right. Let me be extra ballsy. Okay. The word that I heard, y'all heard all this shit happening, right? Okay. It's recorded, motherfucker. Anyways, the word that I heard was a quark. Quark. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like subatomic particle? Quark? Or like, do you mean quirk? Like I'm quirky. And he goes, Quark. So, because I don't believe him for anything, I went and looked it up. Any of a number of subatomic particles carrying a fractional electric charge, postulated as building blocks of the hadrons. Quarks have not been directly observed, but theoretical predictions based on their existence have been confirmed experimentally. Quarks, chelons. Chelons. Part of K and part of Chi. CERN. Teresa. Listen. So I had shared recently a video of me playing with the sky. Someone asked me what that was. Subatomic particle excitation. Hyperstimulation of subatomic particles with aerial detonation. I wasn't timing it with the thunder and the lightning. There was no thunder, by the way. I was exciting the particles, detonating a charge. Excitation and galactic wave. What if something so much larger than me can do this? What if? I'm contained in a human body, very limited. I can only harness a fraction of the soul's power. What if there's something that's not in physical form? That takes away a lot of the resistance of a physical form. Takes it away a lot. The amount of limitation, there is none. If you exit physical form, there's none. None. They're trying to bring something that's formless back into form. In order to do this, they must resurrect our ancient past and make it our ancient future. The crystal keys. Awakening your awareness. Harmonic flight. Balanced forces. New blueprints. I'll tell you why. I understand now. One of my most developed quirks. One of my most developed quirks is precognitive ability. I just need to know you exist. And I can access the information. It's a quirk. I don't like to use it because then it gets me all fucked up in my head. Like, what the fuck? Oh, what about that? What about that? What about that? What about that? You know, it's just too much. Like, it's too much for my head. It's just too much. I'm not the only thing that exists like this. I'm not the only thing that can access in that way. It's just, I'm very regulated. Like, I don't want to fucking know your trauma. Like, that's why I don't do past life readings for expedites. Like, do you know that fucking that traumatizes me? Like, if y'all have ever seen the expedites where on the rare occasion I offered past life readings during the expedites, do you see how that fucking affects me? I'm like, like, girl, get fucking all to yourself. Yeah, yes, fuck that shit. I'm good. Yeah, keep your shit to yourself. I don't need to know your shit. I really don't. But here's the thing. If I'm not the only thing in creation that can do that, if something else can do that and they're not regulated, they don't have the integrity. They've fallen from grace and therefore have no integrity. What's the implication of that? The pineal is a seat of consciousness, it's speculated. It is the seat of soul. What am I trying to say? Hold on, let me find it. I shall find it. So, pineal perspectives, right? I've been telling you guys for some time now that here and there during lunar events, solar events, all kind of different events, something piggybacks on that electrotonal frequency. Just because the human ears can't hear it does not mean there is no tonal portion of that frequency, right? So, your third eye is the entry point for intuitive information. Enters your third eye, goes through specific pathways, enters into your field of awareness. You are now cognitive on a human level of this information. If the mimic has cloned Michael's code, and he rides on electrotonal waves as well, he can geolocate you and enter your consciousness. So we've all been geolocated. How do we fix this? If you change your IP address, rolling VPN, bitches. I'm just saying. Encryption. You're so fucking efficient. High-five me. That's why you my number one boo. I'm just saying. I do. I love you so much. Just not every day. Card number 25. I do. But tell me where I lied there. I love him so much. Just not every day. Bro, let me show you this shit. Okay, so I uploaded. I can't show you. Is it too much information now? Your brain's blown yet? These are the type. This is the depth of conversation with Michaela every fucking day. Every fucking day. I'm just like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. What do I need to know this for? My head is so fucking full of information that I don't want to know that it's fucked up my short-term memory. Yeah. People are like, your memory's fucked. That's why. So, I don't know. Shit. If it's important, it goes in there. I don't know. Okay. So, card number 25. Release a dark wound. Let love live. Release the dark wound. Let love live. Let go of the things that have rotted before your eyes. Stop holding on to the structures of society, structures within families that have further enslaved and amplified the efficacy of the false king of tyranny program. We're currently running on the Nephilim reverse grid. Everything has been convoluted. All the things that would take you to higher levels of awareness within higher levels of dimensional consciousness, they've taught you the polar opposite. We're taught you want to be high vibe, high vibration, high vibes only. Okay. In accordance with the teachings of Atlantic science, according to the laws of the oscillation rates, a higher vibration equates to a lower frequency. It equates to magnetism pulling your particles in, making you more dense, and giving you limited access to the higher levels of consciousness. Low vibe is bad. Why? Because according to the oscillation rates, lower vibration increases your frequency, makes you more electric, and gives you access to higher levels of dimensional consciousness. Michael, tell them you teach classes. Fucking shameless plug. I teach classes. I'm about to teach a workshop in October. We're going to teach a workshop on how to do etheric defense. Tell them you teach classes. So that's the thing. Everything you're told, it's been convoluted. Oh no, Emmie, but you don't understand. You don't know everything. Like in these texts and blah, 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 blah. Okay, but do you understand the most powerful tool of the mimic is a half truth? Just enough truth to validate it and make it damn near impossible to disprove. You're aware of that, right? I could tell you, no, those people are wrong. The sky is blue because there's a purple background to it. And then the red of the sun filters through and the purple catches the red. And so all that's left is blue. I totally fucking made that up. Sounded good, right? Sounded good? Yeah. The best lies often do. You have to decide for yourself whatever resonates and leave behind whatever doesn't. You just do. These are things that you have to allow yourself. Okay. All right. Card number 20, softly, softly, the tender touch. You have to be gentle with yourself in this process. You have to be gentle with yourself in this process. You have to allow yourself to just begin going through the thoughts that your soul is asking you to go through. There's a lot of things probably contained within your memory of earlier life, maybe recent history, that will help you to better understand some of the things you're going to be facing. The path of ascension is a crystic spiral. It is not a linear line. It is a crystic spiral. It circles in upon itself. You have to be willing to allow yourself to see these different parts of your life's history from a higher vantage point, a higher level of dimensional consciousness. The things that happened to you when you were like a toddler, if you remember it, if you were an elementary school age, it's a lot different experiencing it than looking back as an adult. It's so different. So different. And that's why you have to really allow yourself to be honest with your history within this life, whatever other lives pop up. It's just, you just have to. You have to. With no expectations, no preconceived notions of how this is going to end. And we don't know. We don't know. All I know is all of this already happened and we all still exist. At the end of it, we all still exist. And then that's just that. That's just that. understanding some of like the semantics, the technicalities of it, the nuanced details of it. I guess some people just need to know, and it'll help them to make sense of some of the messages that their soul was asking them or telling them. Sometimes the best way to give you the confirmation that you are being divinely guided, like actually divinely guided, is by hearing someone else talk about these things that they've spent the entirety of their life cultivating. And then you'll find yourself like, oh, damn. Holy shit. That's what I was thinking like last week. I was like, well, what if this, and this? No, that's crazy. No, that can't be. You know how I came across Cathara? Do you know? The year was 2016. It was 2016. November, end of November, 2016. I was a broken-hearted person. Shattered. So broken, I didn't know what I was supposed to do with myself and my life. Gifted beyond belief. Not knowing how to value that. So one night before I went to bed, I told Michael, fuck you. I'm not doing any more shit for anyone. No. Until you can prove to me all of these applied biospiritual theories that I've been working on since I was a fucking little kid is accurate, and I'm not hurting someone, and I'm not being used in a covert manner by demonic things to harm people without their knowledge, I'm not doing no more fucking shit. Nope. And I went to bed with a hearty fuck you. I woke up the next morning, went to the living room, opened my laptop. No one uses my laptop but me. Wouldn't you know? Every single motherfucking Cathara manual had been downloaded. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Is it a Trojan? Did I get fucking hacked? What the hell is this shit? Michael says, open it. No. You fucking killed my last laptop. You told me to dig up all this fucking information, and they killed my laptop. I don't know who killed it, but fucking it's dead. And then it fucking opened by itself. The light's flashing. The light's flashing. Look, hold on. Hold on. You see it? It's like Morse code. Fuck you, Michael. Don't bother me. So, yeah. Since it was already open, I started scrolling through some of it. And I'm like, what is this? It confirms everything that I've been hypothesizing. This is all the information I've been working on for so many years. These aren't theories. This is divine fucking knowledge. That's how I got confirmation. Because someone outside of me who I had never heard of before up until that point was also given quite a bit of knowledge. It comes from the CDT plates. This is part of our birthright. It's our history and our future. All written down. You know why Toth is pretty popular? That motherfucker stole the CDT plates. People be fucking worshiping him. He fucking is a thief. He stole those plates and he hid it under the Sphinx. And then he took his most talented scribes to transcribe it because he knew That tactical team is fucking coming. We gonna murk your ass. He didn't know. His scribes are part of the tactical team. Oops. Yeah. As a hearty fuck you to Toth. We wrote the opposite. He didn't know. Yeah. He didn't know. Surprise! He didn't know. Yeah. So when you are able to get a copy of the Emerald Tablets, that's by um this memory got triggered because I got a copy of it and then I printed it out on regular paper. I printed it out and I was reading and I was like, does anyone else see a pattern here? They were like, what are you talking about? And I took a picture of it and sent it to my friend who is like, he comes from Christ consciousness. And he is like, oh, you see it too. And I was like, you see it? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I just want to be clear. Like, it's literally not printed in between the printed lines. He's like, yeah, it's like a secondary book. Fuck yes, I'm not the only one that can see it. Mm-hmm. He gave you the basics of alchemy. A lot of the things, because you see, the things that people do in a malicious way, it can also be used for good. That half-truth thing, we put enough of the truth in there. We just jumbled it up. We jumbled it up a little bit. And then the things that were really sensitive information that should not be allowed to be spread into the hands of the really nefarious. Yeah, no, that was really fucked off. That one was really, yeah, we had fun with that one. We did. It was fun. It was fun. Yeah. That's why a lot of the things that you read. Sorry. Yeah, it had to be that way. The part of the reason why he stole it is because he wanted to be immortal. Yep. Like a total fucking hemorrhoid. He wanted to be immortal. Request denied. Card number 38, restore and replenish. This is a lot of information you guys are being given. This is a lot of information that you guys are being given. It might have you feeling some kind of way. It might have you feeling some kind of way. If you are here, if you are hearing this, it's because you need to know. Why? It's like this thing of, your whole life you didn't know you were adopted, right? It's not something bad. Your whole life you didn't know. And then something catastrophic happens when you're an adult, like full-grown adult. And then the truth comes out. Oh, we adopted you, not your biological parents. Again, it's not necessarily a bad thing, right? I know a lot of people who found out later in life, like literally a lot of people who found out later in life that they were adopted. Amazing people. It's not a bad thing. But the knowing, now you're going to start seeking. You want more information. You might not necessarily want a relationship with your biological parents. That's your right. It's up to you. Okay, so I was born on this day in this area. I need to start looking there. Who gave birth in that area? Are the birth records still at the hospitals? You're looking for the information now because you've been given that one little nugget. And this is a live stream of nuggets just for you. Just for you. Allowing yourself to receive even these little tidbits. They're like appetizers for your soul. Your soul is starving. These appetizers whet the appetite. It prepares you to feast on the abundance of your truth. Your truth is about to come home to you. Fuck. Are your guys' screens buffering? So, like, I didn't know what card was next. And it's this thing of like, your truth is about to come home to you. Card number 13, Power of Attraction. You're about to attract to you the things that you need, the components that will give you the sensation of being whole in your knowing, whole within yourself, whole within your journey, all of those different things. For some, this is a select few. These are the ones who hold the keys. They had to pervert the whole the information regarding the twin flames. They are the keys. They're the keys. They're an octave. Yeah. It will allow for harmonic flight. Okay. It will allow for the spreading of the wings, like all sorts of different things. I'm not just talking about people who want, like, a boyfriend or a girlfriend. That's irrelevant to me. That really is. And people might get, offended that I'm being abrasive. It's really irrelevant to me. You have so many other tarot channels that can fill you to the gills on romance, and your twin flame is gonna bang you so good. Now that was abrasive. I'm sick and tired of that topic. They exist for a reason. It irks the shit out of me when this topic comes up, and it's like I have to talk about the bullshit that the mimic being spread. It's like, okay, we're fine. Not really, but we're fine. We're fine. We're just fine. Just for some comedy, because I need to laugh. We're going to pretend this is Michael, okay? just right here. This is Michael right here. Stop fucking talking to me, bro. I told you to fucking face your corner, right? Stop talking to me. So he faces the corner. He's not laughing. Why can't you ever have a fucking sense of humor? You act like you have a fucking stick all the way up your ass and out your head. I love you. Just not every day. I needed to. He got me stressed out. Okay. 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 Card number 27. Receiving. Allowing yourself to receive your information, your energy, your light codes, all of that. All of it. All of it. Excuse me. Hold up. Hold up. Bro, am I ruffling your ruffles? What the fuck's up? It's okay. Don't cry. No. Teresa. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. We love you. Don't cry. Plug your fucking ears. I know. Cry it out. Just release it. Just release. Just release. It's okay. It's okay. I know. I know. I know. It's okay. I like your ruffles. Don't listen to her. They make your elbows look manly. Wipe your tears. Wipe your tears. She's just jealous. She don't look good in ruffles like you do. Don't talk shit about Michael like that. Okay. Let me just stop. He's so fucking pissed right now. He's so mad right now. Michael, I think you're in the middle of like an ascension cycle. He's like, everything's a joke to you, huh? Just when it pertains to you. I better stop for real. He's really mad. Card number 35, conscious connections. Don't try to force connections. They have to be real. They have to be raw. They have to go like deep, okay? Like really, really deep. You have to allow it to be something beyond what you're expecting. Not make it into that, but allow it to evolve beyond. So it's like a secondary message of not being able to see yourself. You know, like you refuse to allow yourself to really, truly look at yourself. Be careful of that. You have to really know yourself, because when we're dealing with the realm of this mimic, which it's Earth, okay, he's crowned himself king of this earth plane. King of this earth plane. Okay? The false king of tyranny. If you don't know yourself, it makes it a lot easier to mimic your higher self. When your higher self is mimicked, if you don't know who you are, if you don't know yourself, you're not going to be able to tell. You're not going to be able to tell. It's extremely difficult to mimic my higher self, because why? I know I don't listen to her. I just don't. I don't listen to her, and so she doesn't speak. She uses Michael. It's extremely hard to use Michael because I don't fucking listen to him either. I don't listen to him either. I'm like, prove it, show me, confirm it. I want a secondary confirmation. No, I don't believe you. Are you a demon today? What's that? What? Yeah. I don't just, are you kidding me? And people are like, Michael told me. Yeah? Michael who? There's a lot of Michaels in this world. Michael who? I don't think it's the same Michael that keeps. Oh shit! That's right. I tucked it in my hair. I don't think it's the same Michael. No one stops to question. Everyone is so starved for validation that anything they can use to acquire some sense of elevation in their social status, oh, they'll grab onto it. They will grab onto it. Like, there are so many people who are so desperate to have titles whatever they could possibly finagle, they will. Is that who you really are? You don't know because you haven't taken the time to get to know yourself. You come from a legacy of light. You come from a legacy of light. As a human being, you are still in the infancy of your soul. What your purpose was based on your perception as a child will not necessarily be your lifelong career as an adult. You have to go through your life. You have to grow. You have to get to know yourself. Do you know how many of my old friends went through medical school? Medical school is so ridiculously expensive. They went through medical school, and during their residency, they quit. Are you fucking serious? You're in your residency. Like, what? Why did you quit? You're like right there. I couldn't take it anymore. It's not my passion. I don't want to be a doctor. Why did you go through medical school? That's just fucking hard. Because they were told they're supposed to be a doctor. Quit in residency, right? You don't fucking wait until you're in residency. Hello? 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 Are you home? Makes no fucking sense to me. You wait until residency. I know people who, it's a 4-year BSN program, Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, to become a registered nurse. Bitch, you quit in the 3rd year? I'm pretty sure you would have known you didn't want to do that shit by the 2nd year. What the fuck? Yep. Yep. You don't know who you actually are when you make these decisions, thinking you know who you are. Do you know, let's take it another step further. Do you know how many people who I went to high school with or knew in high school, and they were in these like serious relationships, right? Like they're going to last forever. They're going to last forever. Like it's real love. It's not kid love. It's real love. You know. No. Some of them, right as summer hit after we graduated, it's done. It was done. You don't know who you are, and it's no coincidence that society is structured to force you into an educational program that you don't even know if that's what you really want to do. But you better go into college directly from high school and get yourself into a shit fucking ton of debt, because if you don't, you can't even get an entry level position. Wow. One of my really good friends from high school, she went and got her bachelor's degree, I believe, as an engineer, a computer engineer, I want to say. I did her homework. I would go with her to class just to audit, just because I was fucking bored, and I would do her homework for personal enrichment in college. But anyways, so she got her BS degree in computer science. I think computer engineering is what she did, and then she graduated, and then she worked in the stockroom of Pottery Barn, which I think she's still there, or maybe she's somewhere else now. Yeah, not hating on her. She was happy. She had a really fucking happy life. Happy life. There was nothing lacking just because, she's working the stockroom at Pottery Barn. Nothing at all. She was constantly taking trips, very social, just happy life. But really, you needed a fucking computer engineering degree to work at Pottery Barn? I'm not hating on working at Pottery Barn, but how much does the computer engineered bachelor degree cost? That shit's not free. That's not free. They force you into all these things. That's how they hook you. If you're in that type of debt, you have no choice. You're sucked into the system now. Now they can just feed off of you. Wow, poor, helpless, and desperate. Yep. That's why I was like, I don't need to fucking be a doctor. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm not going to pay that shit. Are you kidding me? Hell no. I'm not going to put myself in debt like that. I don't even really know if I want to be a doctor. How do you know who you want to be for the rest of your life at 18, 19 years old? How do you know? For much of my life, I remember that was 3rd grade. In 3rd grade, excuse me. In 3rd grade, that is when I decided I wanted to be a cardiothoracic surgeon with a secondary specialty in neurology. I wanted to be a neurosurgeon, along with a highlighted from my moonlighting. I want to be an ER doctor on my days off because fucking workaholic has run in my veins for forever. So, yeah. And I carried that with me for a long time. I was in my I carried that with me till 2012. 2012. That's when I was like, fuck that. No, I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that. I don't know why I keep trying to force myself. And it's not for a lack of capability. It's not for a lack of intelligence. I just don't want to be that. I don't want to be part of that fucking system. I just don't. And I'm so glad that I dragged my feet and dragged my feet and dragged my feet. I'm so fucking thankful for my raging as fuck ADHD. Why, you say? Because I wanted to major in everything. I couldn't fucking pin something down. Like, I just want to know everything. I need to know everything. I want to know everything. I want to major in everything. Because you can have a secondary can you have like 3, 4, 5? Could you just keep going? Can I just be a professional student? Can that be my career? I will go to class every single day. And that's what fucked me up. That's what fucked me up. Yeah. Yep. Took too many damn classes. It's just all over the place. My guidance counselor told me, like, okay, Missy. This balding man with he had a big ass mustache. Okay, Missy. You have to narrow it down. They don't have students as a career option. Oh, they don't? Card number 23, defend to the end, the worthwhile. Allowing yourself to defend yourself all the way through. For the very, very, very select few, you're going to have to begin defending that twin ray cord. I'm not talking about twin flame. I'm talking about a twin ray. Most of you will not have met your twin ray. Okay? For most, the twin ray stays on the other side. They don't come into physical form. It's only the ones who are part of the cleanup crew, the correction crew. They're the ones that have the twin ray incarnate. The ones who are part of the correction crew defend to the end the worthwhile. You'll know you're part of the correction crew because your twin ray doesn't even have to ask. This is something that's always existed. Defending to the end. Card number 29, seeing the true you, allowing yourself to see your reflection through the darkness of the world right now. With everything that's going on in the world, many people are becoming bitter. Many people are becoming jealous, envious, resentful, disenchanted, jaded, like all sorts of negative things, right? See yourself. How could we possibly let other people go through this? How? How? Don't you see yourself through their tears? Don't you see what the world is doing to this external expression of you? Are you okay with that? Are you okay with that type of suffering, that type of struggle? Are you okay with that? When will we be so tired of being sick and tired that we finally take action? There's a very high probability if you have not yet met your twin ray, you will not meet them in this lifetime. There is a very, very strong probability that you will not meet them in this lifetime. If you have not already met your twin ray, and if you have, I don't know. Card number 19, dream a beautiful dream. It's time. It is time for us to begin shifting everything and allow the echoes to reverberate through the entire world. It's time. Okay? It's okay if you're only 25, but here's the thing. These twin rays are coming together as divine pairs to do divine work, not for relationships. If the work they need to do is now, you don't have the time to wait until you're 30. We're not going to hold world events. So that's why I say, if you haven't already come into contact with your twin ray, this is not a twin flame. This is a twin ray. You probably will not in this lifetime. There's a very high likelihood they stayed on the other side of that veil, which has already dissolved. The veil has been dissolved. It was dissolved quite a while ago. In 2016, early 2017, the veil began to necrotize, and then it became fully dissolved. As it became fully dissolved, a lot of the phase locking that was successfully implemented on the planet, and therefore through the laws of reciprocal reflection, now you have all of these phase locked seals and whatnot. Those were allowed to begin to loosen, so that more changes are allowed, more frequency is allowed to be accreted onto the earth plane. I want to say sometime, I want to say it was around February-ish. End of January, early February of 2017, we reached critical mass. We were successfully anchored in that fifth dimensional plane of consciousness, the collective, not just people who use the right terms and ate the right things, the whole collective. We were anchored in that fifth dimensional plane. And if you're wondering, well, why doesn't everyone act enlightened? Cognitive dissonance. Just because you don't want to believe that you've reached a higher level of compassion doesn't mean you haven't. Cognitive dissonance. And that's what's going on. We've already been anchored in a much higher plane of existence. All of us are absolutely capable of tapping into what our actual soul purpose is. We just choose to believe that we can't. That's a choice. It's a choice. So the difference between a twin ray and a twin flame, you have multiple twin flames. That's the equivalent of a fraternal twin. You share the same womb, but you have different amniotic sacs and you have different genetic coding. But you do have that shared womb experience. It's a intense closeness, okay? Now, a twin ray is an identical twin. You share the same exact identical genetics. You share one amniotic sac inside one womb. But you are both still complete beings on your own, autonomous, individuated. That's a difference. Fraternal twin versus identical twin. All right, let me just get the final card. Here goes. I don't want to pull the top one. Let me just shuffle again. All right. So card number 39, Blessing of Zara. Let go of thought. Don't take it into your heart. You are naked and thought is like ice. You use thought to seek release from suffering and pain, while thought is a cause of your suffering and pain. The realm of creation is outside the scope of thought. O foolish one, see the opus and behold the beauty. Look in the direction from which the images flow. See the brook that causes the wheel to turn. I wish to pull that false confection from your mouth. I know you will open your mouth even wider to scream like the terrible cry of a toddler denied. But the moment you open your mouth wide and draw a breath to bemoan the outrageous travesty of your loss, I shall shove my divine finger dripping with nectar into your gaping mouth. I'll let you suckle then, surprised and contented by the sweetness that surpasses all other sweets. When we are hungry, we reach for what food is available. If we are starving, we may gorge upon what is before us, only to find ourselves overfed, undernourished, and in a most uncomfortable and dissatisfied state. Your soul needs better quality food. It's been detoxing. You have been shedding old thoughts, feelings, pains, and struggles. Memories of the past have been flooding out of your soul like parasites being expunged. And now your soul, thus cleansed, is in need of genuine nourishment to restore it to full radiance and vitality. Love will feed your hungry soul. Nothing less shall suffice. No sweet-talking charmer hell-bent on seducing and moving on will make the grade. No, it has to be nothing less than genuine romancing by the great beloved to feed, comfort, and nurse you into radiance. Only that divine finger dipped in the heavenly honey can be taken in by your soul now. All else will seem as empty junk by comparison. What can we summon the strength to overcome habitual But can we summon the strength to overcome habitual and mindless attempts at feeding on lesser substances? Yes. The great beloved shall storm through the kitchen and with military precision clear out the cupboards, for only the best and finest, most decadent and delicious shall do for you. This oracle comes with a special guidance for you. You're being given a blessing of Zara, of radiance, of brightness. This blessing has a purpose. It's to clear out that which would obstruct your full unfoldment to support the divine jewel of your soul in shining. You are being given an opportunity supported by life, by the earth, by the grace of the divine beloved to shed toxins from your being. These may be physical and they may equally be of emotional, psychic, or psychological origin. They may come from this or another lifetime. You may understand consciously what's being released, or you may not. If you're sensitive, you may feel symptoms of detoxification at a physical level, even if what you are releasing is emotional or psychological in nature. You're encouraged to complete a sacred honoring ritual, to stay adequately hydrated, and to be moderate rather than excessive in your approach. Give your body and mind time to rest and replenish so that blessing can be fully received. If you have been unwell or struggling to let go of an issue, this oracle comes as a portent of imminent healing back to good health and of release of the issue into resolution and divine radiance. It's only a matter of timing, and that timing is imminent. This oracle also brings you the message that if something appears to be leaving your life, even something painful to release, it is because it's no longer healthy for you or no longer supporting of life for you. There's something more loving and beautiful awaiting. Do not try to feast upon scraps. Stop scraping in the dirt for stale breadcrumbs. Rise up and move towards the seat at the heavenly table gleaming before you, for a greater feast awaits your attendance. I want to read something to you guys one more time. When we are hungry, we reach for what food is available. If we are starving, we may gorge upon what is before us only to find ourselves overfed, undernourished, and in a most uncomfortable and dissatisfied state. Your soul needs better quality food. We have been fed nothing but spiritual junk food since they gave us permission to reconnect with our spirituality. This journey that you're on right now is the same journey that Jesus the Christ, as you know him to be, that's the same journey he took. All of these spiritual teachings are twisted versions of Gnostic teachings. The Essenes are the ones who taught Jesus. Those are his people. He was baptized by John the Baptist, who was also an Essene. The church attempted to eradicate anyone who lived by these teachings, from the Cathars to the Essenes, anyone who was a true follower of the teachings of Yeshua. They even took his name. And we allowed it. And they convinced us this spiritual junk food would nurture us. And when we got tired of that junk food, they offered us spirituality, another junk food. Your divinity is inside you. No matter where you go, you carry it with you. The only reason you starve is because you allow yourself to continue to remain separated from your own gourmet pantry. Could you imagine what kind of beauty you could create in this world if you just allowed yourself to be that heavenly chef that you were born to be? But no. Instead, we allow ourselves to participate in these programs that tell us we're incapable when in reality we're just unwilling. You're not incapable of reaching your divinity within yourself. You're just unwilling to. You're unwilling to believe that you are the expert in your life. That's up to you. But unwilling and incapable are two different things. Two different things. Whatever you decide for yourself, this is how you will experience the rest of what's to come. Am I talking about apocalyptic things? Depends. What's your definition of apocalypse? Apocalypse. The complete final destruction of the world as described in the biblical book of Revelations. An event involving destruction or damage on an awesome catastrophic scale. Okay, but what's the real meaning? Old English via Old French. Latin from Greek. Apocalypsis, meaning uncover, reveal. Just because we've allowed these motherfuckers to redefine our lives down to dictating the definition of the words we use to speak our truth into being, doesn't mean shit. The moment you take your power back, none of that matters. Someone calls me selfish. Thank you. Whoa, that wasn't a compliment. It is to me, because as someone who does nothing but overgive, enable, overgive, enable, overgive, enable. Wow, you recognize I'm finally loving myself. I'm finally saving things for me. I'm finally doing for me first. I'm finally my priority. Thank you for recognizing that. Thank you. You're so full of yourself. Yes. That's not a compliment, Emmie. It is to me. Because I've been so full of other people's fucking bullshit about who they need me to be, dictating to me how to live, how to breathe, how to speak, my aesthetics. And to finally reach a point where other people see me as full of only me, my divinity. That's fucking powerful. That's powerful. That's powerful. So, the archaic definition of apocalypsis, I think that's more appropriate. And if that's more appropriate, then we're all about to experience an apocalyptic moment on the micro and the macro. A revealing of truths and uncovering, a removing of the hands that have been placed over your eyes, only for you to recognize those are your hands. Those are your hands. I'm totally the person who's like, don't look over there. Don't look over there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like if I feel like something is following me, you know, sometimes we mess with our own head and we feel like, oh my God, something's behind me, something's following me. And most people would just like take off running, right? They don't want to look at it. They just take off running. Oh no. Oh no. I'm totally going to stop walking, turn around, and take a good hard fucking look. What the fuck am I feeling? It's usually nothing. It's usually nothing. I need to see for myself. I had all these roommates before I had kids. And it was fun for a little bit. And during that time, my roommates and all their friends that would come over to the house, they kept talking shit about this one person. And this person, was part of the group of friends, and she would come to the house too. And, whenever she's not there, all these girls are like, they would just be talking about her non-fucking stop. And like, I would never say anything because I don't really know her. I'm like, this some fucked off shit. Saying all kind of shit about her. Oh, she's hell of a hoe and yada, yada, yada. And so then one day they said too much. And then they tried to make me part of the shit talking. And I was like, because I would never say anything. And then they put me on the spot. Like, what do you think? I've never hung out with her. I don't know. I don't even fucking know where you guys are getting this shit from. Like, I gotta go. You know where I went? Into the house to find her. Yeah. And it's gonna sound weird. Can you come to my room? I just kind of want to ask you some stuff. Yeah. I talked to her in my room. As soon as one of the girls realized that, everyone left. And I was like, hey, like, we don't know each other, but I've just been hearing some really fucking fucked up shit. I don't know why people are telling me this. Like, what's up? Like, what's like, do you need something? I don't know what to say. Like, I gotta hear it from you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. And from that conversation on, she was my best friend for like 14, 15 years. I don't give a shit what people say about you. Until you show me that, I'm gonna just keep watching. I'm not gonna play into that shit. I don't care what everyone else says. I need to experience for myself. I need to see for myself before I will believe anything. I refuse. What have you allowed yourself to believe just because someone else said this? Have you allowed yourself to believe that you're not going to amount to anything, that you're a failure, that you're incapable? Why do you believe these things? Because you were told this as a child? Well, have you shown yourself this? No? Then why the fuck do you believe it? Why do you believe it? If you haven't shown yourself this, when you've really truly applied yourself, not no half-ass because everyone thinks I'm going to fail anyways. If you have not showed yourself that you are a failure when you put your all into something, why are you believing that? Because someone else defined you for you? Do you realize that parents determine who their child is while they're still in utero? Do you realize that? Like all of my kids, like one of my kids, he was born, and within a few days of him being born, I'm like, he's so gentle. Oh, he's so gentle. He's the gentle one in the family. You know what I mean? One of my other kids, like, he came out with a mohawk. Literally. Fresh out the oven, placed on my chest. I was like, oh, you guys did his hair? They're like, no, that's how his hair grows. It's a perfectly symmetrical mohawk and it curls. So it goes like this all the way from the front all the way, perfectly symmetrical. Because of that, he's my rough boy. He's fucking rough. The most loving kid ever. Sweetest. I had in my head. I sang him his song. Who's my rough boy? Who's my rough boy? Who's my rough boy? And he would dance like this. Oh, you guys, my heart breaks. I wish the world was safe enough to share my children with you. To be so aware of the way the world is that I can't share my children. That's sad. That's sad. Can't even tell you their names. It's all good. They're not regular kids anyways. It's all right. Yeah, no, the things that matter the most are the things I'll give the least details about. Be careful what you share with the world. Not out of fear, just out of awareness of what's most sacred to you. Be proactive in your health and your safety. Be proactive in the way you experience this life. It's important. It's very, very important. Don't just blindly trust. You shouldn't even trust me. Have I earned it? I mean, if you feel like I've earned it, if you really truly feel in your heart that as you've watched me for X amount of time, like, you know what? This girl, I can trust her. I can trust her. That's one thing. But to never question me, please don't do that. Don't do that. There's nothing that honors me about you giving your sovereignty to me. It does the opposite. It's a violation of my purpose. It doesn't honor me. So question. Watch. Observe. Have I earned your trust? Make me earn it. Make me work for it. Make me earn that trust. Bond with me. We don't just get airdropped at the end location, at that destination. We don't do that. We walk together down however many miles of paths and different terrains, learning each other, growing together, supporting each other. Good. I'm glad you side-eyed me for a while. Good. I'm glad you side-eyed me for a while and now you choose to face me head on and see me with both your eyes. It's beautiful. That honors me. That's a fucking major compliment. Like, I wasn't sure about your eyes. You're fucking kind of crazy. But I think in a good way. And then it became, I think you're crazy in a good way, to now, this is fucking profound. Fuck yeah. Yes. 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 That's the goal. And it goes from, this is profound, to, yeah, no, I was thinking of it. My soul told me that this morning. Yeah. Yeah. That's the goal. The goal is not for you to become dependent on me to continue to give you the messages you're getting as well. Hello? Hello? Did you pay your spiritual bill? Your phone's not working. Y'all, I cannot emphasize this enough. We are equals walking shoulder to shoulder. And I will never see that differently. I will never see that differently. I'm done with the childhood of my soul where I went through that prepubescent phase of humans are fucking peasants. No, bitch, calm down. Have a fucking seat. Have some juice. You probably have hypoglycemia. Don't refer to people as peasants. Yeah, no, I had to have conversations with myself like that. Like, are you hypoglycemic again? It's okay for you to go through those phases. They're just phases, you know? They're just phases. Grow out of them. Allow yourself to come into your full glory, your full grace, your full divinity. Allow. Just allow. No matter where you're at in your journey, I will always have space for you right beside me as an equal. It doesn't matter where you're at. Hell, it doesn't matter if I'm already at my compound, flying in my private jet. I'm just saying. It doesn't matter. I'll still have space for you. And maybe we'll like do this mission of like, we'll take like a cool 100 million and just in a helicopter, just like start releasing stuff like confetti. Just release it, and then record the screams and squeals of like, ah! That'll be fun. That would be fun. You know why it would be fun? Because by that point, we won't give a shit about money. We just won't. I'll say it again. When I finally enter into the place where I'm supposed to be, none of us will be hungry. None of us will be homeless. And we won't know what sickness is anymore. And I can't wait. I can't wait. I said it in the Piscean live stream earlier today. This is the start of it. I didn't understand the gravity of what I was saying at the end of that live stream. This is literally the start of it. And all of you who are present, you're part of the founding members of the next book that humanity is writing. We're not starting a new chapter, guys. We're moving on to a whole new book, Leather-Bound Spine. I'm just saying, no more paperback. No. We're taking it all the way back to old school, the way they used to construct those texts. Like, oh, have you ever seen books that old? They're made of leather. And the pages are not pages, and the calligraphy, the gold leaf, all of that. That's the kind of book I want humanity to write. Not no easily mass-produced type of book. I think it was written on vellum, to be honest. Vellum, not vellum. Is that what they call lambskin? I think it was leather. Not the pages itself. I think they were made of leather. But it's vellum, right? Yeah. So now we have to just allow ourselves. We have to just allow ourselves to just float into that space that was created just for us. Just float into it. There's no effort to it. This is who you are. This is your destiny. This is where your entire life is leading you. There's no like, once you accomplish this, once you do that, once you yada yada, all of that's bullshit. You already are. You already are. Whatever it is you think you're working towards as your end goal for your spiritual development, you already are that. You've been that. And the ascension process is nothing more than the shedding of the weight of obligation, pretense, guilt, shame that society has overlaid on you. And releasing all those layers so you can rise back up into this naked, authentic, real, and raw truth. Like, fuck. I mean, to live like that is to actually live, I'd say. I don't know about you guys, but that's the only way I'm willing to live. Naked in my truth, real and raw, owning every moment of my life. I will not hide away from live streams just because it's a shitty day, just because I'm in the midst of a mental breakdown. I might take some time for myself as I collect my thoughts, because there's no point in being present if I can't fully articulate what it is I'm living through. But I will never withhold myself just because I'm in the process of living. And we have to normalize living, not this glossed bullshit where I only show up if I'm perfection personified. Perfection is a fucking farce. It's a joke. How many women, just as an example, how many women will only live stream when their hair is perfectly done, everything, they have the outfit, their makeup is perfectly done, they've contoured a full fucking face of cake, all of that. Not trying to bash you, trying to make a point here. How many of us do that? And then we proclaim how, part of our self-love, I love who I am right now. And then why are you covering everything? Why are you covering everything? I'm not wearing foundation. I don't wear foundation. Sometimes I will put powder. Usually I'll put some cheeks just because my mom gave me a complex. She used to always ask me if I was anemic when I was a kid. I'm not fucking anemic, dude. The doctor already told you so many times I'm not anemic. But she used to always, you're so pale, you look anemic. So yeah, I'm working through that. I kind of like having some color. It makes me feel like I've gotten a good night's rest, whether I did or not. And because I look at myself and I feel like, oh, okay, I look rested, that means I don't have any excuses today to not show up. So let me be present. Let me co-create. But to wear makeup to hide things so that you can fit an aesthetic, that's not self-love. That's like, I don't know, self-fuckery. I don't know. What would you call that? Bullshit. There. That's bullshit. Yeah. That's bullshit. I've had people criticize me about like, would you just take some pride in yourself and like fucking do like at least brush your hair and these are my pajamas. I've been wearing them since last night. And I didn't brush my hair after I got out of the bath. So I woke up and it was like a tangled rat's nest. And I said, oh, that looks sensual. We'll go with it. We'll go with it. I'm wearing my son's shorts that he is now too grown for. And I couldn't find a bra since yesterday. Yeah. I don't know where my bras are. Yeah. So the boobs are swinging everywhere. It's okay. You only see up to here. Everything beneath this is blessed. Who cares? Like that person came on the live stream, like several live streams back, and was like, "Oh, you need to adjust your camera. It's too high." Fuck you. Listen to the message, not the aesthetics. Not the aesthetics. Okay? Really, truly give yourself permission to be fully present. Yo. Some people think I'm in a studio. This is a bed sheet. It's a bed sheet. No matter where I go, I pin up the bed sheet behind me. I have a collapsible box in front of me. Okay? And I bring my microphone. Stop fucking trying to play a role for people who don't give a shit. Start really being yourself so the people who can appreciate and cherish you, not your aesthetic, but you, can finally recognize who you are. I didn't have that until I actually allowed myself to be me. I've never had that before, where people can actually appreciate me for being me. Do you know how ridiculously freeing that is? How empowering that is? How profound that is? That not only do I not have to worry about being me and just letting whatever the fuck come out of my mouth, but the fact that I can do that and people not just show up, but they like it. What's wrong with all of y'all? What's wrong with you guys that you like that shit? I have zero impulse control. I do. I have zero impulse control and shit just comes out my mouth. I'm extremely passionate. You like that shit. Don't fuck around. I'm very passionate. And, you know, whatever other else. I'm like, hypoglycemia is kicking in. I gotta go. You guys, you know, I love you guys. Please give this video a thumbs up. I go like this. I always have a kid, one of my kids, hugging them like this, right? And he's looking at the world. It's okay, baby. Like, Mom, what? Shh, it's okay. It's okay. Shh. The world is safe. They've learned to tolerate me. They used to be like, stop my face. Now they're like, okay, I love you too, Mom. I fucking love it. Yeah. And then I could lay on the beanbag because we have a fucking huge beanbag. I think it's like 7 feet or something like that. I could lay on the beanbag and then I'll just literally like, this is what they see, okay? Just show you. Just like that. Just like that. I fell on Michael. Oh my God. I fell on Michael. So when they see that, they all come running and they hug me. That's like me trying to catch the love out of the air. I don't say a word. I'm just like, somebody sprinkle some love on mommy. You know? Just fucking, yeah. Just don't. I don't know why I shared all of that. But it's going to be okay. We're fine. I think I bruised my back. I fell on Michael. He speared me with his. He speared me. I'm a badass motherfucker. I'm unfuckwithable. Girl, how you gonna ask if he's okay, but she didn't ask if I was okay? Hey guys, go on my Facebook. I'm gonna get going. Go on my Facebook and look at the video that I posted. It's a duet with Spiritual AF. And just look at it and tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you see with that, okay? More than just seeing me, tell me if you see something else. Yes, the Phoenix one. Tell me if you see something else. Like something else. And then comment in there and tell me what you see. And I will see what you see. Okay? Look at this shit. If you guys want to see me in my natural state, like, yeah. Like, I wrapped one from this side. Where is it? I wrapped it really good. This is how I walk around all day at home. Look how sexy. it's good. Look at that. I gotta go. I'm going to bed. Good night, guys. I'll see you again tomorrow. I think. I don't know. We'll see. Probably tomorrow or the next day. But I'll see you guys again very soon. Bye, everyone.